So am I trying to escape or am I trying to sever other people's threads from Itami?
It was something that she did, it was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind.
Not to mention, the brother was the only one who was concerned about this whole entire dynamic because he tried to go to the police and give them all the evidence that he had.
The situation around David took a turn that nobody expected, because now the people who worked on his music videos are speaking out. Not fans, the actual crew on set with him. These are the same people who heard him talk about his alter ego, Itami, and make that first comment about killing Celeste in the back of his mind. Once they posted it, everyone went back to his old material, the BTS clips, the unreleased song, confirmed, the live performances, and all of the things that people ignored before suddenly looked different. Then there are the police leaks saying investigators think he most likely had help and he hasn't been cooperative, while his team claims he is. Nothing matches. Add in the family openly saying that they knew she was connected to him, and the fact that she was still showing up at things like her cousin's graduation before all of this happened, it becomes hard to believe any of it went unnoticed. So now people are asking the same thing that they have been asking since day one. Is this finally leading to an arrest? After that crew post went up, people didn't waste a second. They went straight back to the behind-the-scenes footage from the One More Dance shoot, the same footage that was filmed months before Celeste went missing. And at first, it was just regular BTS content, but once the crew highlighted that comment about Itami killing Celeste in the back of his mind, everyone started looking at it differently.
In the back of my mind, I killed you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true.
Now, the fact that this push is coming from the production team themselves is what makes it hit harder. They are the ones saying the footage feels different now. They are the ones pointing back to specific moments and asking if they missed something. That's why investigators and viewers are suddenly going through everything frame by frame, because when the people behind the camera start raising questions, it changes how everyone else approaches the material.
The story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So am I trying to escape or am I trying to sever other people's threads from Itami? Bro, I don't care about nobody else's threads, bro. I'm trying to get out, bro. Without me getting out of purgatory, without me escaping the red thread limbo, bro, I can't get back to what my purpose is, bro.
And let's be real. Once you look at what's actually in that BTS footage, it makes sense why people are reacting the way that they are. David is blindfolded. He's wearing a shirt splattered with red. He's dragging something that looks way too close to a body bag. The whole thing is shot deep in the woods. Back then, it came off as creative imagery. Now, with everything surrounding Celeste's case, it's getting a very different reaction. Even the crew said the project feels different in the light of the investigation, and when that kind of comment comes from people who filmed him up close, it carries weight. What's making all of this hit even harder is that this isn't the first time people notice something strange in his work. Even before Celeste's case, there was that unreleased song that went viral, the one Akademiks ended up talking about. At first, everyone thought it was fake or edited, just another internet rumor, but then Akademiks confirmed the clip was real, and that's when the whole tone shifted.
Are you guilty? I might be, right? Like, it's kind of almost like, bruv.
The video showed David performing the song live in 2023, long before any of this had happened, and the lyrics were unsettling. People were calling it demonic, others said it sounded way too close to a confession. The lines that keep getting shared were, "I got time to kill, you got time to feel, we got blood to spill," all over the new car seats that I'm sleeping on. Even fans who defended him before didn't know how to feel about that one. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't poetic. It sounded direct in a way that made many people go, wait, what was he talking about here? And then things got even more intense once the police's side of the story came out. A source speaking to people claimed that investigators believe David most likely had help dismembering and disposing of the body. They also said he has not been cooperative throughout the investigation, which only added more fuel to everything being discussed online. But the confusing part is that his team told NBC Los Angeles the complete opposite. They insisted he was fully cooperating with authorities, which left people wondering why two sides were painting two totally different pictures. Was someone lying? Was someone trying to clean things up? Or was the investigation hitting parts of the story that weren't lining up? Speaking of not getting the full picture, there's been a lot of speculation that people around both David and Celeste already knew about their relationship, and the conversation gets uncomfortable fast because of the age difference. Her brother Matthew Rivas told NBC LA that the family did know that she knew David, and then TMZ reported that her mother said Celeste was dating someone named David at the time she disappeared. That alone has people asking why nobody stepped in sooner, or why the situation was kept so vague when the timeline didn't make sense from the start.
So her family knew that she was dealing with David. They knew how old he was. He would drop her off in that same Tesla that she was found in at her home after dates.
And then there's the part that people keep circling back to: the adults around David. My theory here is that his manager had to know more than he is letting on, especially because he's the one who leased the Hollywood Hills mansion David was living in. That same house is where police carried out a search warrant during the investigation, so naturally people are wondering if he handled the place and the day-to-day details. How much did he really know about who was coming in and out?
Things just got bad for him too, because the fans are saying not only did he rent the house that David was living in, but he was aware that him and Celeste was together while she was underage.
On top of all of that, people also pointed out that Celeste has been out in public shortly before everything happened. She even attended her cousin Esmeralda's graduation. The family knew that she was seen alive, known, connected, social, moving around, and somehow all these adults and all these pieces never lined up in a way that protected her.
Because even though she said she had a boyfriend named David, did you look up David's age? Did you get a rundown on who he was? Did you talk to your daughter? Or you just let her just go out there with any man? Literally.
Which is why every new detail raises more questions instead of clearing anything up. Now, with everything piling up like this, it really feels like it's only a matter of time before the people involved start coming forward and telling investigators what they actually know. That's the part everyone is watching for now. And let's be honest, people online have been waiting for an arrest since the first moment David's name was tied to Celeste Rivas. Every new detail, every new leak, every new piece of information just keeps pushing that conversation further.
David is viewed as a suspect in this case. It may seem obvious, but remember, they have not publicly said anything like that. They have not even said publicly that he is a person of interest. We've spoken to several well-placed sources in law enforcement, and they say that in the investigation, they are viewing him as a suspect.
Right now, the feeling across social media is that something big is coming, and a lot of people believe the arrest that they've been talking about for months might be closer than anyone expected. It's the update everyone is waiting on, the one thing that could finally show where this case is heading next. I'll be keeping y'all posted as the updates come in, so I'll catch you in the next video, because one thing I know for sure is this whole David situation is nowhere near over.